Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to our third live stream of the day. Did I not tell you this channel is going to provide you entertainment during this boring ass summer, that there is no Euros, no World Cup, no nothing to watch. So instead of sitting on your ass being bored all day, we're giving you plenty of content for you to watch, for you to enjoy. So everyone watching us right now or on the replay, because I know a whole lot of you guys like to watch us on the replay, please do not forget to slap the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single person watching us right now, please do like the video, please do subscribe. And YouTube is telling me that you guys are sharing the videos at record rates as well, which is crazy. So make sure you continue to share the videos, hit that share button, share them on everything Zuckerberg owns, which is like 3/4 of the app. You know, WhatsApp, Threads, Facebook, whatever the hell you share stuff. Instagram he owns as well. It's crazy how Facebook and Instagram have the same owners. Why? Life is wild sometimes. Make sure you're sharing it on Twitter as well. Elon Musk might have set a DM limit, but he did not set a tweet limit. So you can tweet it out. Make sure you share the video everywhere. And if you don't want to do all that, just go retweet my tweet and just share it around to the people so they could come watch. 100 people in here already. Slap up the likes, subscribe to the channel, and let's get this party started. There is a whole lot of stuff to talk about. Before I introduce the panelists, apologies for being late. It is 100% not my fault. Staff is the reason why we're late today, but I'm not gonna, say anything else. Big up to Joe, who says alarm bells should be going off as Joe and Matip were bad against Firth in a 4-4 draw. Where are all the players that Klopp needs? FSG, F off. 20 days before the new season against Chelsea, playing catch again, 8 players down, exposed at Firth, no depth, juniors missed, misery. I had Joe Cavalier. This is why me and you, my brother, FSG out. This is why we continue to spread the message. This is why we continue to speak on Fenway Sports Group, the absolutely horrible ownership group that have no ambition, don't want to spend money at all. He would rather spend it on Linda's, you know what. But I'm not trying to do a Liverpool rant right now because there is a whole lot of news to address. But thank you so much, Joe, for the super chats. And thank you for all your support. And I agree with you completely. You already know, me and you, we share the same thoughts. And this football club needs to fix up because the season's about to start. Big up to Murad, who says, Salam alaikum, Sam, how are you? I'm good, my brother. Thank you so much for the super chat. Tahiyati ilak, ya Murad, and everyone in Australia. And Gary Paul says, man like Wusam. FSG out plane needed. Hey, we're going to organize it. It might even fly over Stamford Bridge. You never know. We're crazy. We're crazy. The FSG out crowd are crazy. We'd fly it over Stamford Bridge if needed. No need to even fly it over Anfield. Big up to you, Gary Paul. And listen, as I said, slap the like, subscribe, and let's introduce the panel, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, number one, coming on the channel for the 500th time. In his own words, he is now part of the furniture of This Is Football. He is the equivalent of this microphone. He's the equivalent of this camera. He's the equivalent of this cup, because you guys see it every day. So joining us on the channel, of course, is the man that knows ball. Because he knows ball, sometimes in it. Because he knows ball, we invite him to speak on a club that is not his club. Because this isn't Hamza here to piss off the Chelsea fans. This isn't Igal here to lather them. This is an actual football man. Joining us on the channel, look at him smiling now. See, like I'm the only one who can make him smile. Me and his wife. Of course, man like Staffy has joined us. How are you doing, my brother?
I don't have a wife, so let me correct that. But yeah, I guess you introduced me as a part of the furniture. Then you said I'm like this cup, and I was like, well, I think I'm more important than just a cup. But then you said I'm a footballing man, so you made up for it. And you said cup, I was like, I don't think you understand that that's not a compliment, but I see where you're going there. Yeah, at this point, listen, when this guy closes the shop at the end of the night, when he closes This Is Football, I'm going to be sleeping inside with my sleeping bag. And then when he wakes up to open the shop again and turn the lights on and open the windows, I'm going to be making the coffee, inside, and maybe some scrambled eggs. So, but big up for having me, bro.
Always welcome, man. Always welcome. Big up to you, Staffy. Joining us on the channel as well, representing Chelsea Football Club. He hasn't been as happy as this, probably since the World Cup. My man ain't been happy supporting Chelsea. This is the World Cup. At the World Cup, we were having so much fun. Me and him specifically, out of everyone, because there was just no Chelsea or Liverpool content, and we were both crap at the time. And it was like a whole Tuchel out versus Tuchel in thing. And we lost to Napoli 4-1, and we were crap as well. So honestly, this Qatar World Cup was the best thing to happen to both of us. But now, Henderson's gone. And the good news for him is Mount is gone too. But he's getting double good news because Gallagher could be leaving Chelsea Football Club. Joining us on the channel, of course, the guy that surfs in the winter but is here to surf in the summer. Man like Andrew. How are you doing, my bro?
I am. It's the transfer window that keeps on giving, selling wise. So you know, I'm just I don't know what it is. I implore anyone right now, if you're trying to sell something and you haven't sold it for a while, go and ask Chelsea to sell it for you, because I don't know how they get people to get our players. Our players were crap all last season, but we'll go more into that. But thank you for inviting me on the channel again, and big up everyone. Subscribe, like the video, please. Thank you.
Tell me, because there's 200 people here. We're on 50 likes. See this behavior.
What? Hang on. Can I just say this? This is
they're moving like Kai Havertz, Andrew.
Listen. Your chat is great, right? But listen, you freeloaders, start pressing the like button. Okay, this is free content. Okay, this is Hassam. Hassam, you don't understand where Hassam is. It's 1 a.m. Okay, it's not. You know, for me, for Staffy, for Don, it's usual hours. We're fine. You know what I mean? But for Hassam, it's 1 a.m. Okay, you freeloaders. So start putting the effort in. Okay.
You know what, Andrew? Yesterday, more people voted for the Staffy in, Staffy out poll that he had than the people who liked the button. These people would rather vote against me than hit the like button. It's insane. At least hit the like button than vote for me out.
This likes performance. It's a Kai Havertz volley performance at the weekend. This is ridiculous.
Nah, he's disrespecting you guys now. You better prove him wrong. You better prove him wrong. Hit that like button, subscribe. You know, we even have the likes of Machin sending in super chats to tell the people to hit the like button. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the level we have gotten to? He just called you a bunch of Havertzes. If that ain't an insult, I don't know what is. So make sure you're slapping the like button, subscribing, and sharing. And listen, Staffy told you guys he's part of the furniture. So sometimes we send Staffy out on scouting missions. So he scouts new talent to bring on This Is Football. All jokes aside, listen, I've seen this guy speak on the terrace. I've seen him speak on multiple different channels. Always brings his A game. Oh, he actually has the sunglasses on.
This is me scouting, so no one knows who I am.
Always brings his A game. Great content creator as well. Very grounded. And Andrew's going to tell you this right now. It's very difficult to find a grounded Chelsea fan. Oh my God.
It is. Even in the group chats we're in, me and him are in, it's sometimes hard as well. So
it's impossible. Joining us on the channel, making his debut on This Is Football. Make sure you're all welcoming to the man himself. Man like Don has joined us on the channel. How you doing, bro?
Yes, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Right now, I've got a lot of things to get off my chest about Brighton, but apart from that, this Gallagher news, it's got me skipping right now, Andrew. You know what I'm saying? We better run with that money that we've been given, man. Seriously.
all right.
Big up.
Thanks for having me on, man. Thanks, and big up the chat as well.
Always welcome. No one ever gives you an intro like this, by the way. Just saying, intros are special on this channel.
Hey, listen, I was confused. I was sitting there backstage. I was like, wait, hang on. Has he forgotten to add me to the show? And I was like, oh, it's part of his show. Yeah.
I just do intros.
Big up,
like
man.
that.
Big up. No, it's good. I
Big
like
up my guy Lewis in the chat as well. And look, Murad is asking when's the fight. Hey, Lewis is in the chat. He'll tell you right now, 10 p.m. UK time. It's a A-list panel. Lewis, me, Staffy, Igal, Hamza. 5 most shameless human being on earth are in the same stream. If at 9:55 p.m. you're not ready with a bag of popcorn bigger than the one at the cinema, you're just done out here. You just don't understand.
Let me tell the people a true story, okay? I left the game, the Arsenal Man United game. It ended at 7. I think I left the stadium at like 10 o'clock because I was getting to meet some people, got to see AFTV and all that. Wallahi, driving home, it was like 10 p.m. on the highway. I know this guy is like, it's like probably like 6 o'clock in Jordan, 5 o'clock in Jordan. He's dead asleep. I sent him a voice note and my voice is gone. I'm like, yo, me, Igal, Hamza, put us on a fucking show. I was like, listen, me and Hamza need to go and tag team this guy because I have so much to tell Igal. And then he was like, you know what? He responded right away. He's like, you know what? We got it. I was like, God damn, why is he even up? I thought he was going to respond the next day.
And I took it to the next level and brought Lewis on as well.
Good.
When he said Lewis, I'm like, you know what? It's a triple threat for Igal.
This is hell in a cell at this point. I feel sorry for Igal. We might need to get him some backup.
Oh, Igal needs it. Igal needs it.
Oh, Igal need backup.
Yeah.
Oh, Igal definitely needs backup in that stream.
He's finished, bro.
And listen, addressing Don's point, I actually want to start with him because we came in with Vim for Brighton. Philip says Chelsea beefing with Brighton, their decline is crazy. United will be in the title race. LFC finished. No left centre back or DM, and the season is close. FGN, lol. Hey, Lewis, better be ready. 10 p.m. today, eh? Or
Look at Lewis
tomorrow,
said.
depending where you are on Earth. Tuesday, essentially. So, Don, why are you beefing Brighton? You know, ignore the part where he's trolling Liverpool. Why are you beefing Brighton?
Do you know what it is? We're not even beefing Brighton. Brighton are just being a nuisance. Do you know what I mean? They're being a spiteful ex right now. Do you know what I'm saying? I told you I don't want nothing to do with you anymore. We're not Levi Cole was not for sale, and they just can't get the message. Do you know what I'm saying? And now it's beyond disrespectful because their manager's coming out and talking about players that are under contract at Chelsea. Colwell and what's his name, Caicedo. I would like them to be in the starting 11 in the season. How are you talking about a player that doesn't play for your club like that? Do you know what I mean? A loan is a loan. I was saying this earlier on the terrace. A loan is a loan. These guys are violating. So they can't really be using Levi Colwell as the reason as to why we should pay 100 million. Do you know what I mean? Or Declan Rice for that as well. Right now, we've told them Colwell's not for sale. So we're going to have to meet in the middle. They've promised Caicedo he can leave the club. They gave him that new contract, told him, listen, if you sign a new contract, we'll give you more money. You said, obviously, you're having problems with the family and everything. Big family, we'll give you the bag. But then after that, they promise, yeah, you can leave in the summer. But now they're just being quite spiteful because we've made it clear that we're not selling Levi Cole. So right now, it's just a bit of an annoying situation because obviously, ideally, we wanted Caicedo to come on tour with us. But as it is, it looks like it's going to drag on a little bit longer. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
I can't lie, Don, you're getting a lot of love in the chat as well. You know, people are calling you the best Chelsea rap as well. So big up to you guys as well. Yeah,
big up the chat, man. Big up the chat.
Look at
That's what it meant Andrew, but I assumed it meant Don because I said welcome to Don. So Andrew, you're gonna have to hold that still. That's how I feel mostly.
Screw it. I'm gonna be the heel. I don't care.
It's okay. They just needed a new face, Andrew. They're used to you, but they're just showing love to the new face.
Yeah, I'm part of the furniture as well. Actually, I'm part of the furniture in the garage.
You know how bad Andrew's part of the furniture? One day I tweeted a tweet, tagged him without asking him to come on. And I'm like, yep. I just assumed he said
I remember, bro.
I didn't even ask the guy.
I remember, he didn't tell me that Andrew was coming on. And when I'm backstage, the first person I see is Andrew. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing here? Like, I didn't know he was on.
I know.
And he was like, Sam invited me.
It's because I saw it and I just retweeted like I usually do because it's one, like that. And then he asked me like 50 minutes before the show started.
You weren't even tagged. I just saw you. I was like, so he's not even tagged by zero.
Bro, you know what it is when people like Staffy and Andrew, right? And people like who you always, 99% of the time, 100% of the time, they say yes to come on a show. It just happens in your mind where like you assume you ask the guy. So one day I tweeted and I DM'd Andrew like as soon as I made the announcement, I'm like, shit, I didn't even ask you. Like, what the hell? I thought I asked you and you said yes in my mind, but I didn't execute it on the phone. So speaking of executing it, Brighton Football Club, Andrew, do you feel the same way? Because kind of they're getting hate as well. I'll be honest with you, this is shameless. That's it. All my hobbies hate Brighton. You guys are you're all to Brighton.
Listen, I hope Brighton get relegated. I'll keep screaming that. I'm telling you.
Bro, who would have thought Brighton is just gonna get all this hate from nowhere?
Listen, last season I was like, these men are good, man. I like how they played. You know what I'm saying? Even when it came to the bridge, I said, listen, they played us off the park. Caicedo that they bossed us at the bridge. I said, Brighton, big up Brighton. Even when they played United, I wanted to beat United. But now, listen, hold that.
Listen, I'm in total agreement. I'm in total agreement with Don about the Levi Colwell situation. It's done. Go away. You know what I mean? Leave us alone. But I'm also at a point where, when it comes to Caicedo, I don't really blame Brighton. I blame Caicedo's agent. I blame his agent for not putting some type of clause in the contract before signing. And what it should do is it should serve as a notice now that any Brighton player who signs a contract, don't rely on word, don't rely on a handshake agreement with the club. Get it down in writing, because we got all the rumours that they promised Caicedo he could go, but then De Zerbi comes out the weekend and said he didn't promise that. So what is it? Get it down in writing, get it moved. I mean, listen, the Caicedo thing, I don't know if it'll get done. I'm hoping it will, but I would be so shameless, and I would like, if we don't accept the next bid, like a 85 plus 15 or 90 plus 10, I'd walk away, and I'd be shameless. I'd buy it. I'd buy Lavia, and I'd hijack the Amrabat deal. That's what I would do. I would do that.
You're just out here buying everyone.
I know. I would just don't know if Gallagher's
Okay, how about you
going.
fuck off then, Andrew? How about that?
Man said Amrabat and Lavia.
Andrew,
Why?
Andrew,
I don't know where that one came from.
Stop.
I'm
Listen,
just.
Why
this
you say
is what
fuck me for?
this is what I'm saying to the fan base right now. Yeah, we need to
I would
stop.
do that.
We need to listen. We need to stop putting it out in the air that there's replacements right now. I'm sorry. As much as I rate Amrabat,
Oh, I don't think there is.
He's not.
I don't think
he's
there
not,
is. I would just
he's
go
not-
do that if they don't accept the next bid. That's what I
Yeah.
would do.
He just pissed off two fan bases. I want Lavia. United fans want Amrabat. He just
Listen,
just went there. Like
I don't even want us to start playing them games, going to other clubs and trying to get other CDMs. There's no one right now like Caicedo. Do you know what I'm saying? Premier League experience. When it comes to building out from the back, this guy is perfect at it. Do you know what I'm saying? This guy's like a mini. He plays like Partey in that position, but he can run around like Kante at the same time. Do you know what I'm saying? He's very press resistant. So this is a guy that we need. He's our main target. We're literally the only club after him.
I totally agree with you.
There's no reason why we should be looking at any other. Obviously, you should have guys on your list, but let's not put that out in the air. That's what I'm saying.
Don, I totally agree with you. But if we go in, say, with an 85 plus 15 or 10 or a 90 plus 10, and they turn us down, I don't know if we will go back again.
I don't think they will turn us down, though.
No, I'm just saying we have to put out the possibility that they could turn it down. Okay, we do have to put that possibility there because they want this right, the same as Rice deal, all this crap that they've come out with and stuff like that.
The only question I have for both of you guys, and I know Staffy wants to chime in, he knows this and he speak whenever he wants, but there is a genuine question here because, where would you guys draw the line? When is panic mode? Because even as the Liverpool fan who was worried earlier on said, low-key, the Prem starts in like 2 weeks. It's not like 3 weeks. It's not like we have a hell of time.
I'm thinking the game against you guys, we both have midfield issues. Us probably more than you. That it's simply going to be hoofball and it's going to be probably end 4-all or something like that, or 3-all or something.
Oh, it's gonna end 0-0. Stop trying.
Yeah, sorry.
I can't deal with any more draws.
But it's going to be the midfield's going to be bypassed because it's going to be not going to be any midfielders left there. But I would.
Do you think the Rice thing affected you guys? Because I think he's actually going by the Rice price. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
with you.
that's what they're trying to do.
Because in his mind, Tony
Yeah.
Bloom in his mind probably thinks Rice and Caicedo is a conversation. So he ain't trying to sign him for 20 million cheaper. That's the thing.
I also think.
You think
they might not have liked the payment structure we offered.
What is the payment structure though?
I don't know.
You
I'm
done
thinking we tried to spread it like 4 years or something like that.
like
Yeah, but Hussam,
Yeah.
I've said this, Andrew and Hussam, I've said this about using Declan Rice as a benchmark. You can't use Declan Rice as a benchmark because the guy is a seasoned pro in this league. He's been doing it for 5 to 6 seasons here. Do you know what I mean? He's consistent. And look how many appearances he's got. He's a full England international, played at the biggest stage in finals. Do you know what I'm saying? So you can't compare Declan Rice, who's a captain, just won West Ham's first trophy in 43 years, to a guy that's been in the Prem for a year and a half. As much as I think Caicedo's got a higher ceiling, right now, the price cannot be the same. It cannot be the same.
No, I agree with you.
85 million is even reasonable. It's more than reasonable, in fact. 85
No, I
million.
agree with you. It's by the way, Caicedo's benchmark should be Lavia, not Rice, because of the amount of games they've played. I completely agree with you, but that's not how Tony Bloom would look at it. Tony Bloom is gonna go like, hold on a minute. They just sold Rice for 105 million. I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna lose 20 million because here's what Brighton do. That 20 million matters for Brighton because that 20 million that they're going to get extra, they can use that to buy like the way Brighton are moving low key. They could buy like 4 players, like 4 players.
Yeah.
So, like my thing is,
what it is right now.
He is using it as a benchmark. Not
I
we
know,
should.
but you said something about Lavia level, right? You say like Lavia price, but I think Tony Bloom probably rightfully at this moment thinks Caicedo is twice the player Lavia is. So if Lavia's going up 50. He's going to go, well, at least Caicedo's 100. That's what he's thinking.
Honestly, that's why you guys should have probably done this deal done earlier, bro. If you guys did,
you're absolutely right. We shouldn't have waited.
It was always going to be like that because if it was the other way around, let's say you guys got the deal and Rice hasn't still went to Arsenal, I think they would have been facing these issues right now. West Ham would have 100% been sitting there, but like, oh, if Caicedo went for 100, we can get at least 20 more from Arsenal because Rice is better and more experienced. So it was always a matter of who's gonna get it done first. And to be honest, Arsenal got the better deal done first. Now you guys unfortunately got to struggle because there's already been a benchmark set. When there's no benchmark set, you can go by whatever. But there's something to compare it to now.
And Staff, I'm not sending shots. So don't take it personal. But just remember the summer where United bought Pogba for 89 million. Everyone's players just increased like that. Yeah. Everyone's player. I swear we bought Oxlade-Chamberlain in the same summer for like 35 M's. Like it's just like everyone's price tag kind of
Well,
bumped
look at the
up a little.
midfield market. Look at the midfield market recently. Us with Enzo 120, Bellingham over 100 million.
Kind of like you guys kind of did this to yourselves as well.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
but
No.
but the thing is though, this is what I'm saying to you guys. Like, if you look at it, if you just break it down, around the 85 million mark is a bump anyway. Do you get it? So 100 million is just more than unreasonable. That shouldn't even be in the question. Do you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
agree.
he can ask for it as much as he wants because it's his player. But it's the same way we asked for 85 million for Mason Mount. We knew we were never going to get that, but we had to
The
meet in the middle.
situation, though, is
That's a
Wait,
lot
no,
more
wait,
shameless.
wait.
We knew
That's
we
a
were
lot
gonna
more
get
shameless. A lot more
yeah,
shameless.
but you know and I know that situation is totally different, right? In
Yeah,
terms
but
of this
Big
Caicedo
up
deal
my
is
guy,
a
Forbes.
proper. Yeah,
Mm.
stop making people not you, Sam. The chat. Stop making people send super chats that ask you to hit the like button. Okay, what is this? Would you know?
500
stop-
people
yeah.
here, imagine.
500 people. This is ridiculous. Like Sam said, it's his third stream of the day, and Sam's been on one other. Sorry, you've been on at least one other stream as well. Staffy's been on other stuff. Don's been on other stuff.
I finished work and I just got on.
Just
you know,
press the
we're
like
all
button.
busy doing stuff, and
It
we're
helps
giving them
with
free
the-
content.
It helps
Yeah.
with the algorithm, and subscribe as well, and turn your notification bell on. Right, back to the thing. Right, so the
Andrew seemed very pissed saying that, guys.
just-
Like, I mean, like,
no,
at least
I
hit the
don't-
like button so
you
it
know
doesn't
what?
rant
Thank you
again.
for your super chat, but you shouldn't have to put in a super chat to ask people to hit the like button. It's just 500. Obviously, love Hassam and what he does and everything like that. Just press the like button. You obviously
That's
like it.
$2. Listen, that's £2 that he could have used to diss me or something.
Yeah,
you know,
or-
people love
or-
to diss me.
Mm.
So
Exactly.
Hey, if you watched Battle of the North earlier, you know. If you watched Battle of the North earlier, I'm telling you, that's probably the funniest Battle of the North episode we ever filmed. Make sure to go watch it if you haven't done so.
Sorry. But just going back, the Mount thing's different, obviously, to the Caicedo, and I'll go back in. This whole thing is down to Caicedo's new deal that he signed. If you put in a release clause or something like that, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Now, would that have brought other people in, other teams in? Possibly. It would have brought other teams in, knowing what his release clause is. But you should do that. You should have done that. It's a seller's market. Okay, ours with Mount, we needed to sell stuff like that, but we got a good price in the end. But I'm just thinking, not you, Don, but I love other Chelsea fans who are like, oh, Brighton should just accept it. It's like, well, how come then you're asking for, like, when we done the Mount deal, let's get 60, let's get 70 for Mount. It just doesn't work like that. But it's a seller's market. And you're going to have to be forced to pay. We didn't want to pay 120 million for Enzo Fernandez, but we ended up paying 120 for Enzo Fernandez because we didn't want to wait till the summer for a bidding thing. And that's the problem. We going to wait? How long are we going to wait? And are we going to get another midfielder in the process as well? Because if we sell Gallagher,
Joshua spitting and Andrew spitting. This is who's at fault.
Yeah,
Caicedo's agent is the problem.
Yeah.
No matter how we feel about Gallagher, if he leaves, we are down to the barest of bare bones in midfield. We're down to Enzo and a couple of kids. That's all we are.
Who actually is on your midfield right now? Who's actually there?
Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, the Italian young kid, Andre Santos. I wouldn't class Carney as that type of midfielder.
So it really is Enzo and a bunch of kids. You weren't joking.
Yeah, no, I'm not joking. Gallagher
Yeah.
is like a senior player in this squad. He's like
Caicedo's agent, though, if he's trying to get the move, he should have put in a release clause. That's my thing.
That's
Yeah,
what
no,
I
it
think
is-
he would do, right?
The thing is, though,
Yeah.
I agree with you guys in what you're saying. Like, he should have definitely put something in writing. But I still think we're going to get Caicedo for less than 100 million. What I think that contract's doing is just letting them to delay. Do you know what I mean? Constantly delay because they know that they hold all the cards right now. But I still think we're gonna come to some sort of agreement. Because if you think about it, we've lost out on Ugarte already. Like we've just said, if we don't get Caicedo, who else can we get at that level of what we need right now?
Ugarte is the biggest L for my club and yours, by the way. Biggest
Yeah,
L.
we lost out on
Biggest
him, and everyone knows that we've been chasing Caicedo. Well, Fabrizio's put it out there since May that we've been trying to attack. He kept using that word, attack the situation. So everyone knows he's our main target. So we can't waste this much time and not get it done. Do you know what I mean? But all I'm saying is I don't think it'll be 100 million. I think they're just trying their luck. I think we will come to some sort of middle ground, and you're probably looking at about 85 million, maybe even with some add-ons. But I don't see it being 100.
Is it true they haven't set a price? Is this true? They haven't set a price.
They haven't.
No.
But
So what are they just freestyling it?
Basically, what's been quoted in the media is just 100 million. 100 million. Apparently, they want 100 million or Colwell. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's a few adverse things right now, but I think eventually we will get to some sort of agreement. I think we can't walk away from this. It's too much.
I don't know if what Francis is saying is true. Is this actually true? Like they haven't set a price yet?
No, there's no price.
I don't think they have.
So you guys
That's
are
the
just
problem.
like freestyling, like whatever.
That's the problem. This whole gentleman's agreement. They may be even in gentleman's agreement. All that's been reported is that they said they would allow him to leave. They still didn't set a price. But that's the problem. Get it down in writing. Get it down as official. Because now what you're saying, if they did have it in, they would have to accept whatever was put in the contract and can't get to the 100 million. But because there is no set price and Rice has gone for 105, they can hold out for 100 million.
I think they don't want to scare Chelsea away at the same time, because listen, if they put a price on his head, let's say he's like 100 mil, and that's way above Chelsea valuation, they're gonna be like, no, F that, we're gone. You know, even though they can't really.
Yeah.
This just shows me Brighton really wants to sell, but they're playing the long game. You know what I mean?
Because they're right to do so.
Yeah, unfortunately, it sucks for Chelsea, because like I still think you guys will get him, but maybe you'll get him late, which is garbage for you guys, because you want to start the season well. You know, but if you want to get him for 20 million less or whatever, you will get him. But like, you know, they're gonna like go as long as they can. They're gonna juice the summer out as much as they can until they get every penny out of you guys. You know, I don't think they'll name a price on him. I think they're gonna keep talking about Colwell here and there, you know, try to get him in the deal, and at the end they'll make their peas, and you know they're gonna move on anyways. But it might take a while.
Yeah, I agree. Well, you said it on Terrace earlier.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Staffy said it on Terrace earlier. We are the only club in for him. There's no one else. Everyone else has done their midfield.
Yeah, that's why I don't like this thing where people saying they have all the leverage. That's not true, Andrew. I'll tell you why that's not true. I mean, Andrew, you DM'd me right after saying you agree with it. I think people need to understand this. If Hussam is selling his house, it's the only house on the block that's for sale, then you might think, okay, Hussam has leverage. But if Staffy's the only one that has money to buy a house in that block, no one else wants to buy it, that also gives me leverage. So we both have to meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
You can't bully me as the only seller, and I can't bully him as the only buyer. You know, so people who think Brighton can do whatever they want and evaluate him at whatever price they want, whatever. Liverpool are not coming in for these prices. I mean, they already got 2 midfielders. United are not coming in. City, I don't think would come in because there was no news about City and Caicedo at all. Arsenal already got their man. So who else is coming? You know, they kind of have to deal with Chelsea, whether they like it or not, if they want to make their money. So it isn't even like it's more of a 50-50 leverage than people make it out to seem. You know, it's not all Brighton like they say.
Yeah, because both sides.
So what if Arsenal call tomorrow and they want Caicedo? Suddenly it ain't all Chelsea.
Now, what it is right now,
you know
that's not going to happen.
This is what happens in transfer windows when you just keep messing around. That's the problem.
Okay,
let me give you a quick example, genuine example. I'm not saying we would do this, but I'm just giving it as an example because you never know. Transfer windows are crazy. You never know. 2 summers ago, when I first met Andrew, we spoke 2 months about Harry Kane moving to City, and it never happened. 2 months we wasted our energy talking about Kane to City. Here's the thing. Tomorrow, Liverpool sell Fabinho. We get. I'm just using it as an example. I'm not saying this is like something that would happen because we're just idiots. But if we get 50 million for Fabinho and we go like, you know what? Instead of taking this 50, buying Lavia with it, let me pay a upfront price for Caicedo. Boom. Like here's the thing. You also can't keep messing around. Now, if they haven't given a price, what Chelsea then should do is ask for a price. That's the reality. Yeah. Now, from what I've read, and I don't know if this is true or not, Brighton want 100 million paid on 4 years, 25, 25, 25, 25. That's what I've heard Brighton want. Now, if you can't offer that, then based on the contract and what you and Don both said earlier, that his agent never put in the release clause, there's really nothing you guys can do. That's the unfortunate reality. And if the Premier League starting, this is like 25th of July. I'm not going to exaggerate. Starting August 10th, I'm not going to say August 1, August 10th, everyone's price tag would probably bump by like 15 million easily.
Yeah, when it's late summer, I mean, prices go up. Just look at us last season when we got Anthony and Lissandro kind of late. Actually, Lissandro wasn't late. Anthony was late, and we had ended up paying 90 for him or whatever.
Exactly.
You know, that would have been the case if we got him earlier. So there's late fee taxes. You know,
maybe though, hopefully with this Gallagher news that's happened tonight, and if it goes through, they suddenly go, well, we have to. You know what I mean? It's like. It's desperate time, but not show it. But
apparently, you asked West Ham for too much money, though. You're doing Brighton yourselves. That's the problem.
That's true.
So we rejected 40 million. They came back with 42 plus 5. So they came back with that. So it's like nearly 50 million. Unbelievable. Anyway, but hopefully, if that goes through, then they go, okay, we need to actually let's go in with whatever the bid is, an 85 plus 15, 85 plus 10, and 90 plus 10, and just go, yeah, you can, and just say to Brighton, you know what, say we paid 100 million from, who cares? Do you know what I mean? At least get it done, because he is literally it. I haven't spoken to Don about this. I believe he was our only transfer target this summer. Maybe Agate, I think, was like a surprise.
Yeah,
and like we tried to go. I think the number one target was him on a list of transfer targets. It's Caicedo, and then way down, it's just question marks.
Yeah,
because we don't know who else we were going to buy. Okay, like with the Elise thing that popped up last night and stuff like that. I believe he's the number one target, and if other deals happen like Nico Jackson and stuff like that, then it would happen. But he is the number one. When they do after the transfer window, when people do their pictures of like who's the transfer window, when you do the transfer window of Chelsea, it'll be him holding a Thanos glove above everyone else, because he will be the centerpiece of that. I'm so sure of that. He is the number one target for Chelsea this summer, and it's not even close between the others, because Nkunku was done last September, so I'm not counting that as the number one target. He was done.
That's like the Liverpool fans who counted Keita when we bought him a summer before. That's shameless.
Exactly.
That's shameless. You can't be counting something that's done a summer before. Big up to Murad, who says Igal said with his damn, are you calling him his boyfriend? We're gonna smoke them 7-0, 5-0. Wallahi, shameless. Smoke him. You want to know what's the craziest part of that super chat? Murad is an Arsenal fan, and even he's asking Staffy to cook Igal. Hey, Staffy, you better come prepared, my brother. You know, you better bring your A game, because it's about to go down. Big up to you, Murad. We are fishing in a dumpster when it comes to Brighton. Every player they sold to us can't rub the two cells together, including the cooking. Yo,
I thought he meant said Staffy then.
I would now after this. I would now. But the only dealings I have with Brighton is just to literally spy on them, who they're looking out for when it comes to their scouts, and then hijack those deals, because that's all I would do. I wouldn't do anything with Brighton anymore. They'd be on my crap list right now. Do you know what I mean? They'd be on that. They'd be on that because listen, I don't mind how they do and sell players. We've done it as well. We've done it shamelessly as well this summer, and that's what all selling clubs should do. But give up on Cole, man. It's not happening. Okay, we can't. Even if we were in a position to sell him, we're not now because of the injuries that we've had. And I've just read tonight. That they see even Chalobah as a sellable asset. Chelsea do as well. I've just read that tonight. They see Chalobah.
Nah, you guys have truly lost it. Like you've actually.
We won't get rid of Chalobah.
I don't believe we'll sell him. But if an offer comes in, they may take it. But I don't believe we will sell him, because then we'd have to go out and buy another defender.
Exactly.
Murad's saying Chelsea effed the whole market. Now they're crying. I can't lie. I said it to their face. I just told them they're at fault for this. The whole Enzo 120 thing, the Mudryk deal, all of this. They bumped the price tags on their own stuff.
Yeah, but Hussam, though, the Enzo thing's a little bit different, though, because we bought him in January, and Rui Costa was being very difficult. Andrew would tell you. Do you know what I mean? This guy was back and forth, because we tried to get him at the start of January. That didn't happen. Remember, Enzo did that thing where he said, I'm staying. And then we kind of just stopped negotiations and we went back in. So he was like, listen, if you want Enzo in January, you're going to have to pay the release clause. So what we did, we paid over the release clause to bring him in January. Because if we left it, it would have been cheaper. But again, we're up against Madrid. We're up against Man United. We're up against Liverpool. We're up against every club, basically, for Enzo Fernandez. And we've got no Champions League football. So we had to get it done in January. That's the only reason why we paid that price. It wasn't due to the ability. It was due to the whole, release clause. If you look at his market value, I'll probably say maybe 50 million, 60 million at the time. But yeah, that's the only reason why we paid that much.
On a side note to that,
still is wrong though. It's still
every top 16, your fans.
We had to get it done.
Every top 16, you should get on your own board and go hire scouts, and because we should, what we should do after Caicedo? We should be scouting our next Caicedo. We shouldn't have 100%. To pay 90 million. That's what I'm saying. But we will get to listen. We won't be able to pay what Brighton do, like 3 million, because we're big clubs. We have to pay over the top. Like with Andre Santos and Caicedo, we paid like 20 million, because we have to do it with bigger clubs. But that's what we should be doing. We should now be like, after this deal, I don't want to sign another midfielder. We're going to have a potential £200 million pivot, okay, in Caicedo and Enzo, right? That's insane, right? People don't spend sometimes 200 million in 2 summers on their clubs, and we're going to have a nearly £200 million pivot. But I want to go back and go, all right, scouts, earn your money. obviously the scout who scouted Kepa, I want you fired and blacklisted from football for life. But other than that, the rest of them, go find Caicedo, go hopefully Andres, go do the market, just do your job and find these gems.
Blacklisted for life.
I tell you, man, blacklisted.
Andrew, do you know what it is though? They're saying things like this in the super chat. Yeah, Chelsea F the whole market. Now they're crying, but you're the same people that are saying we should pay the 100 million when we're literally not trying to set further precedent going forward. Do you know what I mean? If we fold and pay the 100 million, that's it. We're going to mess it up for everyone, not just us. Again, it will be for everyone now. So
here's a great example.
You better thank us that we're trying to bring that down.
No one is thanking you after you started. No, I got your point.
But here's a great example.
No one's thanking you. You guys.
He was a little bit pushing it towards the end.
Here's a great example in the market, right? Everyone's like possibly looking at Ivan Toney in January, right, to add something like that if he comes back. But if Nico Jackson hits it off and he scored something like 12 league goals or 12 to 15 league goals by the time January pops up, we shouldn't be looking in that market because we need to back Jackson, right? But he came in for £32 million. That's the scouting I'm talking about. Something that hits it off like that. So it's just, if you're a supporter of let's say Big Five, because I don't include Tottenham in a Big Six. So let's say Big Five club, the clubs that win trophies. You should be on your board.
Oh, by the way, you missed the news, Andrew. Tottenham inquired about Mbappe.
Oh, I love inquired.
You want to hear something, Andrew? You want to hear something? I'm talking to... Listen to this, Andrew.
Staffy. I just thought, to actually pay Mbappe or match the wages allowed, they would have to sell part of their stadium to actually pay for his wages. They would have to sell that stadium.
That's why there's no point of talking about it. There's no point. No, Hussam goes before the show. He's like, yo, do you know anyone from Spurs to bring on the show today? He already told me that you guys are coming on. And I'm like, bro, but why are we talking about Spurs? Like, why do you want a Spurs rep? You said we're talking about Chelsea and we're talking about, I forgot what else he was. Mbappe, yeah. And he was like, yeah, but they're saying like, he's linked to Mbappe's linked to Spurs. I was like, you know what? While we're at it, I'm linked to Megan Fox. Like, what's going on here? I was like, we don't need a Spurs rep.
No, you're violating me like this. And you say I'm a lot better than Tottenham. I'm a serial winner, but as she said, Sam has inquired about Rihanna. Hey, I'm accepting right now. Loan move, transfer, whatever you want. I'm down. Big up Rihanna, man. Hit me up. So look, here's the thing now, just before we kind of carry on with this conversation. First of all, 550 people are watching us right now. Big up to you guys, even at this time of the night. Make sure you're slapping the likes, make sure you're subscribing. Big up to Pirate, Felipe, Morshin, Gary, Joe, and Murad for the super chats. Big up to Forbes as well for the super chats. Big up to every single one of you guys. Big up Dinishan, who says selling Gallagher indicates we're getting Caicedo. I don't agree with that. I really don't.
That's for someone else. I think that's a space for someone else.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that's...
I would indicate to me we're getting
Andrew
two
said
midfielders.
something that made me realize.
Yeah.
Low-key, Caicedo ain't enough. You need at least one more,
no.
even if he's like a mid guy. You just need one more.
I agree.
Yeah, you can't...
I like that. I like that guy. What's the guy you have in the middle of Chukwuemeka? I think he's a really good player, bro. I saw his highlights. I saw his highlights. He looked very good in the Brighton game. I saw that one build up to the goal where he was frustrated he was frustrated with Gallagher earlier down the pitch, and I saw that and I was like, "Yo, that guy's garbage. No one wants to play."
No, but I think that would indicate the sending of Gallagher, because I think out of the two youngsters, I think Castane's more likely to go out on loan than Andre Santos. So that would even mean more space. And I think in a pivot, when you're only playing once a week, you only need like 4 players there. I think Kane's more of an I don't think Kane suits a double pivot. I don't think he's disciplined enough to play that. He's more of a forward player. But if we're like going for someone like Elise or a Kudus or both or something like that, then that calls into Kane's real place in the squad as well, and whether he might go out on loan. But back to the main thing, I think you're right. Gallagher going has nothing to do with Caicedo whatsoever. It actually has more to do with another midfielder coming in. That would be my guess. And whether that's, I don't know if it would be a Lavia where they think that's too
say that again? Who?
Lavia.
No, I don't think it'll be a Lavia.
I don't know if it will. I said I don't know if it will be a Lavia because I think the expense of because then we'd have a double pivot of 200 million and then a replacement of 50 million. He's £250 million midfield of 3 people.
There are entire clubs that cost less than £250,000.
There are entire countries that don't spend that much.
Three players.
And we've got Santos already, so I think we'll be a progressive midfielder. You know what I mean? It could be a Kudus and an Elise. Do you know what I'm saying? So
can I ask you a genuine question? That's not. It might sound like I'm an asshole, but hear me out. Would you take McTominay as a bench option?
We're getting rid of our McTominay. Why would we?
Just as a bench, like solid Prem player.
No.
See, Don almost choked on his drink. He had to put his head down.
This guy really made me choke.
Listen, McTominay, he's a 6 out of 10, but he has Prem experience, and man's just here to run around.
Nah. Listen, you see Scott McTominay, yeah. That's Conor Gallagher is our representation. Conor Gallagher is our representation of Scott
McTominay.
Why
don't you take McTominay, Sam? Why don't you?
Man United would never sell to us.
No. Why don't you take it? Why don't we ask you would take it?
Man United wouldn't sell to us. Same way, other clubs won't sell to you.
Of course.
Oh, you remember when Modric wanted to join Chelsea? What happened to that deal?
Now, first of all, I know it's your channel, but how dare you ask us if we take McTominay after we're getting rid of Gallagher?
Yeah, I was offended for
you.
How
dare you?
Crazy, man.
How dare you
I was actually offended for you.
Do you know what?
So your plan is Caicedo and 5 kids, essentially. That's the plan.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not.
Caicedo is technically one of the kids.
Yeah, Caicedo's only 21.
Yeah, if Caicedo's considered old in their team,
he's the older brother.
Caicedo, compared to the others, Caicedo's Thiago Silva age-wise in that midfield.
Yeah.
It's one of those. I honestly don't know what the other midfielder would be, because I can't think of any other midfielder at this moment in time that pops up. And do you know what? Maybe that's where, like I said before, your scouts come in and go, well, this guy's not being, taken. Let's take him. No one's ever heard of, or something like that we can plug in. Who knows they're not going to be the first.
I know what you're laughing at, by the way.
The thing is, though, Andrew, Kudus complained.
You know what? That's even more insulting. That's more insulting than the McTominay right there. That is more insulting. How dare you? Might as well have. You might as well have given up already. Kick me in the balls at the same time. But
this is an Arsenal fan. He just said take him back for free.
No.
You got
do you know what? You would have to give us another 65 million just to even consider taking him back. That's what you have to do.
I'm telling you, bro. This guy was warming up in front of me and missed all his shots in the warm up. And in my head, all I could think of is Lewis. I'm like, yo, Lewis was right. This guy really is ass.
He's bad, man. He was bad.
He was horrible, bro. Oh my god! And he had that header and he missed that. I was like, wait, I thought they told me he's like tall and he's good in the air. I'm like, where's that? Like, there's nothing. This guy can offer nothing on the pitch.
But the thing is, though, Andrew, obviously we was looking at Turkey before. We're looking at Kudus.
How's that going? Yeah, because I feel like that died out.
But that's not the same.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. So I was looking at Turkey before, and then more recently,
when my beard grows a little bit, I start to look like him. So.
Turkey was like, a few weeks ago. But what I'm saying is, we looked at him. Obviously, we're looking at Kudus. He can play midfield. I know he can play on the wing, but he's quite versatile. So, yeah, we don't know. I think it's going to be someone quite progressive that we're gonna get in. To be honest with you, it won't be like a Lavia. It'll be someone more progressive.
No, if Caicedo doesn't. Let's talk about Plan B for a second before we head into the whole Mbappe conversation.
Right.
What's Plan B? Because you guys have spoken about positive scenario, and I respect that.
I feel like everyone's Plan B is Lavia, bro. I need a different.
Yeah, I think
that's
everyone's
what
the
it
same
is.
thing.
That's what it is, Lavia. But again, the same.
Plan A is Caicedo and Lavia, right?
No, I don't know. No. I think it's Caicedo. I don't think we get Caicedo and Lavia. I just don't.
So Sam, basically the plan. Andres Santos. He plays as the deepest midfielder. So he's actually a holding 6, and he's 19, right? And before preseason, it was coming out that Poch is looking at him. Depending on how he does in the preseason, he might get promoted and actually stick with the squad. Only reason we didn't keep him in January is because we couldn't get a visa for him. Now he's got his visa to play in England, right? So there's no reason to go and buy a Lavia who plays the exact same position as him and they're the same age, because that means that we're stockpiling and we're blocking paths. So if Santos does well, we can keep him as the understudy to Caicedo and then go in and get a more progressive midfielder, because we've lost Havertz, we've lost Mason Mount, we're going to lose Gallagher. These are all attacking midfielders. So we now need to get a progressive player, not a Lavia. And with Lavia being a second option, he's young and Caicedo is young, and the appearances Caicedo ain't got that many more appearances than Lavia, but you can just see the difference. Do you know what I mean? Caicedo elevates all of us. Lavia doesn't do that. Lavia is still quite young. He needs to learn a little bit more. Caicedo again is young, but he's at a different level. So the drop off is too much. It's too much.
So here's the thing, and I know Dom will disagree, but I also think it won't happen. But if Caicedo doesn't happen, do you know what? test Real Madrid's resolve for Tchouaméni. I know they said he's not going to leave, but test them. Because they're reportedly asking for the same amount of money we want to pay for Caicedo, right?
Yeah, but
85 million or something. I know it won't happen. But just test them.
The thing is, Tchouaméni.
You're saying I know that won't happen, but it depends how the Mbappe domino.
That's what I mean. Test them.
Madrid might need to sell someone. Whether we like it or not, Madrid, because of FFP, might need to sell someone.
They always sell.
That's not going to be an easy thing to do. Right now, we know how much Caicedo wants to come to Chelsea. So if we get out of this difficult situation, all we're going to do is get ourselves in another difficult situation. Do you know what I mean? Where we're not guaranteed to get that player. And if we don't get Tchouaméni, what's going to happen then? Do you know what I mean? That's going to be catastrophic, bro. We can't mess about. We need to get Caicedo done.
I agree, but the question was, what if? And we have to still say, what if we don't get it done? Because it is plausible we don't get this done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Realistically,
would you take this guy if Caicedo doesn't work? Valverde.
Again, that's not realistic. That's not going to happen, and he's not a CDM.
Not even the same type of player, is it?
He's not a CDM. He's not a CDM.
No, I know he's not a DM, but here's the thing. Here's how the dominoes fall. If Mbappe goes to Real Madrid, there's one guy that's leaving.
Yeah, but if you said Tchouaméni, that would have made more sense because they actually do want to sell Tchouaméni if they get Mbappe. Because if they're gonna free up some money,
the reports are saying the opposite though.
What are they saying? They want to sell
The reports are saying Tchouaméni ain't for sale. That's what the reports are saying.
Screw it. Do you know what? Go to the long haul and just bid for De Jong. If you're going to do that, you might. I know he won't go.
De Jong ain't trying to leave Barca.
I know, but that's what I mean. That's the desperation.
That's why the market sucks. The correct answer is pay the money for Caicedo. That's the correct answer.
Oh,
that's basically what it is.
Don, how about this? How about go for Barella?
He's not a CDM.
I know, but where the CDM
so we're just going for any name. We're playing.
This is what I'm saying. Now you're just listing people.
Let's just go. I don't.
No, there's no point. Like there's no point of doing that because, like Staffy said, it's not like we're up against other clubs. It's just us two. Do you know what I mean? Right. It's a respect. It's business right now. That's what it is. It's annoying, but it is
CDM market. There are free markets that don't have a lot of options.
Because look, if you think about it, Andrew, between us, so the fan base, obviously we've got animosity now with Brighton. Do you know what I mean? We don't like them anymore. As much as we liked them last season, we don't get on with them anymore. But even the other day, it came out that we, in terms of the comments they made about Caicedo, they're not pissed off about it. Obviously, they're going to say that in public, but they're trying to keep it professional. They're trying to get it sorted out. So they're not going to go and start bidding for another player to try and prove a point. It's not going to happen. Do you know what I mean? It's just not going to happen.
But John, Staffy, Sam, there are free markets in the transfer market that are slim pickings. It's goalkeeper, striker, and it's CDM. Name-wise, right? Name-wise, like if you don't scout, you don't know, right? But there are slim pickings. That's why it's like we're all in for Caicedo because you're right. There's no other potential named CDM out there that you can go for. Do you know that's highly regarded? There's like others like Alavia, but there's always it's potential, right? You're paying for potential now. You're paying high price for potential, and that's the problem. That's why I think it will get done. But if I was as a Chelsea fan, I don't really like discussing Caicedo anymore because nothing's happening. Do you know what I mean? It's just literally the same news over and over again.
That's why I asked you guys, when is panic mode? And you told me at the Liverpool game, but then there's only 14 days left.
That's what I mean.
I would say earlier than that, bro. You should start panicking in August.
I would say if we don't hear anything
by next week,
I say next Monday night. I say next.
Okay, that's
Sunday.
fair.
Next Monday, if we don't see any significant movement, like for anything, I don't know about panic, but I'd be worried going into that game with Liverpool. Even with Liverpool, your worries in midfield and stuff like that, because your attack is obviously much.
We're still a little bit ahead, just on the fact if we sign Thomas.
I think, in all honesty, I think the third bid's going to come in. I think the third bid's going to come in this week. Do you know what I mean? We're now hitting a dangerous period where a lot of people are losing patience. Do you know what I mean? It's quite urgent now to get something done. So I think third bid is going to come in this week. Even if it gets rejected, I think you're going to see some level of movement now because it's beyond the joke now. Like, why is it not done yet? You know what I mean?
Let's finish on this and we'll move on. I want to be my pettiest I've ever been.
No, we're going to finish on this.
As soon as that's just pointing out, Alex. That's like me saying you're Russian. You know, we were saying fact. You know what I mean?
That's rude, Alex.
But
Alex is such an asshole, you know.
He is. He's great. He's great. But I would do this. My pettiest moment. As soon as we wrap up the deal for Caicedo, if we do that, I want then everyone to know how much they've got. So when they try and buy someone, everyone fleeces them as well. That's what I want. Even they scout for them. I hope they get charged quadruple what they usually do. So they find another Caicedo and they want to pay 3 million. That club asks for 30
These guys
million.
are actually saying F Brighton. Like they actually hate
Yeah.
Brighton. First of all,
Yeah.
Alex, don't try to throw your dump at me, Alex, with all due respect. Listen,
What was it?
one
What
thing
was
about
it?
me, Alex, is I'm smart. I'm not Arsenal, I'm not Man United. You ain't about to sell me some trash for 60 million. I'm good. I'm good, man.
Can you
You know what
I
it is? You know
said
what it
it,
is? Yeah?
I tweeted it out on Twitter. That Havertz 65 million deal needs to be the last mission on the new GTA. That is the biggest heist.
Sam, do you remember though, Sam? You know
football.
that deal, Sam? That was their second bid. That wasn't even their first. We rejected their first bid. They came back with even a bigger bid.
Arsenal
to buy
Football
him.
Club, what is
They
wrong
came
with
back.
money.
They came back with more money. We said no, and they came back. Even Madrid didn't do that. Madrid went, he's barely worth 45 million.
You ever do negotiations when you're playing FIFA career mode and like
Yeah.
by the second bid you accept because you don't want to ask for a
Yeah, 'cause
third one, and then they get up and leave. And you're like, oh, fuck, I should have said yes on the second one. That's what Chelsea did. They were like, you know what, I'm gonna up the bid one more, but on the second one, whatever they say, I'll take it. And they said 65. Like, yeah, accept. And they just held the X button.
By the way,
They gave
I've
us
got
a
a
money
popular opinion. They
Go out there with a bag of money.
And what was it? What was the other thing they were saying? Do you know what it is? Yeah. Do you know what it is? Hussam, we don't care about Brighton like that, but they care about us so much. You know, like that tweet, that stuff he put up with Igal when like the girl's chilling by the bar and he just runs over to the girl and just does all of that. That's what Brighton are doing to us. Do you get what I'm trying to say? They're going on about, what did Zerbi say the other day? Oh, we're playing Europa League unlike Chelsea. Like, what are you talking about? We've won that competition both times we've been in it. We're out of Europe right now, but they're talking like they've been in that competition. They've been running that competition, trying to get us involved like we haven't won it both times we've been in it. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Don is really beefing with Brighton.
This is the reason why. This is because Brighton. I'm like, listen, I used to respect you lot. Yeah, I liked your football, but now
I used to.
I'll Brighton get relegated, man. I used to like them. You know what I'm saying? But they're getting
dropping the bars on Brighton.
They're getting a bit
he's
too
talking
big for
to
their
them
boots.
like they're here on the channel. You know, they say I used to like you a lot. Like they're not listening, bro.
Listen, yeah, they're getting big for their boots. That's what's happening right now. And and good thing we beat them the other day as well. Good thing we beat them.
You guys, like, are you gonna call it the Caicedo derby when you play or something?
Bro, it really was.
This guy, Deserbi went and said, "Oh, Caicedo's not playing because he's only trained for 2 days." Caicedo's not playing again, in my opinion.
I was trying to find if there was a road.
Caicedo didn't play because they would have been passing the ball to Chelsea. That's why.
Yeah. No, they have a weird rivalry with Crystal Palace. It's like called the A23 Derby or something. It's so stupid like that.
Know.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. But it's like I was trying to find some sort of transfer.
Aren't they like 3 hours away or some shit?
Yeah, they're on the coast.
Brighton, no, Brighton's like an hour and a half away.
Aren't they?
No, Brighton and Palace, I meant.
Oh, Brighton and Palace. Yeah, that's there about what, an hour and a half away.
But the rivalry's weird. It's like us having a rivalry with Plymouth. Don't make no sense. We don't, by the way. But I'm just saying, it's like something like that. It's just so weird. It's like Manchester United having a rivalry with Southport or something. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So I don't know what it is. But anyway, but like I said, once we've done this, put them on a blacklist. Don't speak to them again. And,
it's like my rivalry with Comedian. He hasn't been on the channel since I cooked this guy. But
since United beat Arsenal, man dipped.
Since we beat them, Comedian has not showed up on the channel again. You know, this guy wanted to do a show with me. Now he won't even be in the comments. So hold that, Comedian. What
I was saying earlier in the group chat is right now, to me, they're obviously being spiteful. Do you know what I mean? They know they can't get Levi Colwill. They know we're quite desperate right now. So they're doing everything they can to just frustrate the situation. Because Brighton, we've done a lot of business with Brighton. We gave them Gilmore, we gave them Lamptey. Do you know what I mean? We gave them like 23 million for Graham Potter. Obviously, we took Lawrence and Stewart from them. But listen, like we've done quite a lot of business with Brighton. So yeah, as well. Cucurella, when we bought him, we gave them 60 million plus we gave them Colwill on loan. So it's not like we've never done business before. So now I don't know, they're just moving a bit a bit mad. It's out of character for Brighton to be moving like this. Do you know what I mean? It's not them.
I love how Don is so fed up with Brighton. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's so funny because he's sitting
Bro.
here and he's listing everything that he's done. Well, it's like a breakup, and he's just sitting there. He's like, "Remember, I did this for you, that for you. You ungrateful." I don't like yo. He just remembers everything.
No. Because
They
I thought,
emptied it.
listen, I thought when it comes to the business side of things, we can, keep helping each other. Do you know what I mean? Keep helping each other. But now they've burnt that bridge. So I hope they don't find any more gems. Do you know what I mean? I hope they become that club that can't find anyone else. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they can hold that, man. They can hold that.
You've actually fully had enough done.
People were saying you're acting like
come on,
Ty's
cook
son, by the way. People said you're acting like Ty's son when he said he hopes Brighton get relegated.
Nah. See, he was talking about Mole Pie and that. I remember that game in lockdown. But yeah,
when he heard...
this is about business, and yeah, they're pissing me off, man.
I'm just loving the Vim. I really am.
It's
like,
so
I'm
beautiful.
just loving Vim. I didn't expect this much Vim towards Brighton, but I love it.
Like I actually can't
don't
wait now
expect
for
it, but
Chelsea
I
and
love
Brighton to play in the league.
I said Lawrence and Stewart earlier. I meant Lawrence and Win Stanley. Sorry, why did I say Lawrence and Stewart?
Oh, no way, Dirisa just said this.
Oh,
yo, I love the honestly. These guys came in, Andrew and Dom today, and they showed level of Vim towards Brighton Football Club that I never expect. Like if I invited a Palace fan on, I wouldn't have expected this much of him. But I love it. I really do because this is what it's about.
When do you guys play them in the league? Is it soon? Is it like early?
When do we play?
I don't think so.
Let me check
You
that
should
right
know.
now.
Surely the first fixture you look at.
It should be circled on your calendar,
Let
dog.
me check that right now.
Yeah, I usually circle Arsenal, Liverpool, Spurs, and now I'm gonna have to circle Brighton now.
Hey, call it the Caicedo derby. No, it's December 2nd.
We're playing in December.
Don is gonna calm down by then.
Yeah. By then, I'm not gonna care, man. By then, but
yeah, whether they sell him or not.
Okay.
Listen, imagine I have Caicedo still. You guys are gonna be playing for the custody of Caicedo that day.
Caicedo battle. Yo, there's some bad WWE matches previously in history, but let's not talk about that.
Rent free in Chelsea fans' heads.
That's Brighton. That's actually Brighton.
Have him on the ladder. Have him prepared.
Shout out my brother Riga. Again, Andrew. Again.
Have him on the ladder. Like ladder match, just hanging down. And you've got Egg Barley one side and Tony Bloom the other side, just trying to climb the ladder.
Well, they're gonna do the Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio for
That's the bad match I was talking about. That's the bad match I was talking about.
Bro, when I was a kid, I thought that was real. I was sitting there at home. I'm like, God damn, they're competing for a human being. I'm like, what if he doesn't
one
Eddie?
more time for the people at the back. One more time.
Rent free in Chelsea fans' heads.
Bro, I don't know why I thought of that. I just finished the show with him and Lewis, and I was like, you know what? Like, Igal just really reminds me of that meme. So I just went ahead and made it. I was making food and making food on CapCut, and I'm like, let me make this.
No, that was funny.
This is the one tweet that's gonna take Staffy's Twitter to monetization.
Bro, I got like 200 followers since.
Big up to Igal. Big up to you, everyone watching us. Well, I just wanted to touch on Mbappe last kind of 10 minutes or so because I don't want to keep the guys for too long. Everyone watching us right now, please don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. There's still 500 plus people in here even at this time of the night. Big up to you guys. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing. Big up to Alex, Dirishan, Forbes, Pirate, Felipe, Morshin, Gary, Joe, and Murad for the super chats. Big up to Fatur as well, who says, Palace equal crap away stand. Relegate them. Brighton is just robbing away our money. Is the away stand really crap for Palace?
From what I remember, it's still covered. It's still covered like that. But it's an old Selhurst Park is an old stadium. It's a very old stadium.
I swear you guys hate Newcastle away the most because you're like up in the sky.
Oh, anyway, it's like
Yeah.
Have you ever had the privilege of going to Barcelona for a game in a new camp? Sometimes they stick you bloody up there. You need binoculars sometimes to look at the game, but it's a treat. But you're right, especially like having to go there, like and by the way, for anyone who says this is first world problems, by the way, no, you know what I mean. This is what I'm saying. But especially like in the winter or something, you are stuck up there. It is very cold and it's very high up, stuff like that. But It's all
I've
good.
never been Palace, but I don't think I'm gonna go Newcastle, man. That's too far. Lewis and that, big up them guys for doing it, but that's a bit too
Fatur
far.
as well, by the way, he keeps telling me this. Like, he tells me Newcastle away is mental. Like, he tells me
It
it's
is.
actually like,
It
oh
is.
my
It is.
God.
It's far. And
Nightlife
you get put up there. They put you up all the way up.
so what
If
if you
you
get
go-
what if you get all the way up and you need to take a piss? Then what?
You probably
You
miss
go
like
all the way
50
down
you
just
probably
to
miss,
piss?
Yeah,
yeah, you probably miss like 15 minutes of the game probably if you're going during the
Oh,
game.
all the way.
bad.
It's all the way down. That yeah.
Although
That's bad.
Fatur, can I just say, Fatur doesn't help himself. The last time, I think the night before he went up to Newcastle, we're wearing flip-flops in the middle of winter. So he doesn't help himself. So
No,
No, it's
Fatur is just mad like that. I can't
he's
lie.
mad. He's great mad.
Fatur would
That's the
wear
thing.
flip flops in Russia in the middle of
Andrew,
the
you
snow.
surf in the winter. You shouldn't be complaining. You're a
That's
winter
just the
surfer.
name.
Yeah, but you don't wear flip flops while surfing.
Did you see Mo when he arrived in England?
No.
Oh, Mo.
He's wearing flip flops.
That video. Yeah, when he came in here with shorts and a shirt,
He came in at the airport with
and
shorts
it was raining in London.
and I
You
think
didn't get the memo.
flip-flops. He looked like he was at the beach, and then Daps just went to pick him up from the airport. It was
All you
raining.
do is a quick Google search. That's all you had to do, man. That's all you had to do.
That's because he lives
Um,
in Houston where it hardly rains.
An Egyptian.
Nah, he was in
lives
France. He was in
Texas.
France. He was saying there was a heat wave there.
Yeah, he was
He-
in France and then he went to Italy. So it was really sunny in Italy, right? He was in
Yeah.
Sardinia, I think it was. And it was sunny and my guy's chilling on the beach and shit. He comes to England with like
with
shorts
the
and a
same
shirt,
outfit.
like
Yeah.
he's about to go on the beach. Boom, rain on his head top at the airport. That's
Hilarious
true.
video. Hilarious. Not
Big
even
up,
a
Mom.
jacket on, nothing.
100%. Big up moment. So here's the thing now. Just you guys' opinions on Mbappe. Let's go to Staffy a little bit because this guy been quiet since the start. So go ahead, Staff.
I'm not quiet. I'm just letting these guys beef it, you know? It's
No.
fun.
Don't take it personal. It's because they
Yeah.
were calling out Brighton. So that's why.
Listen, Don beefing with Brighton is the one thing I didn't think he deserved today. It was really worth it though.
Staffy, there's a comment. You can address it publicly if you want. I don't mind.
Which one? What's his name so I can look at it?
You already know.
Wallahi, I don't know where.
Just go down to the comment, latest ones.
Oh,
If you don't,
oh,
your eyes.
oh, there he is. Oh my God, bro, just go to sleep, bro. Why is this guy here? This guy's in the comments more than he's ever on a show.
On your head top, Ozzy.
I won't
Go
even
ahead.
say who he is. People don't even know that's his real name. We won't even address him. Ozzy. Anyways, what were we saying? Oh, Mbappe.
Mbappe,
know,
the whole
bro.
Al Hilal, PSG, Madrid saga.
I don't know, bro. I mean, they're saying now that like it's declined or whatever. You know that he doesn't want to go. Habibi, go off script today. I mean, like I go off script every day. I don't know, but they're saying like since the news came out in the morning, and we even spoke about it on the terrace that they're saying like Mbappe already rejected, the deal, and he would rather like stay one more year with PSG, even if he doesn't play, than to go to Saudi Arabia for 1 more year. I don't know how true that is. All I know is it's more of a toxic relationship than Don's relationship with Brighton. It's too toxic. I'm sick of it. I just want him to leave already. If he wants to
Did
go
you
to
just say that? Did you actually just say Don's relationship with Brighton? Nah, don't have it, Don.
it's
Don't have it, Don.
it's more toxic
Listen.
than that, bro.
Listen, it ain't even a relationship with Brighton. I just had to come and just put them back in their place. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no beef with Brighton. It's just, listen, little fish. I had to put them back in their place. That's all it was. Do you know what I mean?
I can't lie. Hey, that little fish was a shark in your head. That's all I'm gonna say.
He's beefing with a bunch of seagulls. Like I just
So
picture
the
down
Mbappe
at the
thing, like,
beach
do you
just
actually
fending him
believe-
away.
Do you believe that part? That he would rather stay in PSG and not play? I think that's BS.
I don't know, bro. Like, listen, I think he's a glory hunter. He likes his money. He turned down Madrid before for more money, thinking that I can eventually go again in a couple years. So, like, I really wouldn't put it past him to even leave Europe just to get paid. I mean, it's a lot of money, 1.1 billion. Whoever gets paid that, that would be the greatest 1 year contract or just greatest contract in general in sports history. I don't see how he
The
wouldn't
money
do
was
it.
so crazy, though. The money.
It
was
is.
so
It's really
mad.
insane. But like, bro, like, what does that say about you as a player? Because like, I really wouldn't look at him the same even when he goes to Madrid after. And people are gonna be like, "Oh, like, you think he gives a shit?" Like, that's not what I'm saying. We're just trying to be objectively here, talking about sports. And at the end of the day, money's money. Money talks. I get it. It's generational money. So I'm not sitting here and criticizing. I'm just speaking my opinion out. I just don't look at him as a serious footballer after that, because like by the
The
time
money
he
is
leaves
so
Saudi
huge.
Arabia,
NBA players were tweeting about it. Are you
yeah,
mad?
Giannis posted a
You
picture
see
saying that he
Giannis
looks like
going
Mbappe.
like, yo, I look like Mbappe. Like side B.
In that picture, he looked like Mbappe because he's like posing from like
Staffy,
living-
Staffy, 13 million a week, bro.
That's insane. I've never heard anything
After
like that.
tax, bro.
Like imagine you pick up an injury like for a couple months. You made how many million just to
Oh, you
do
say
rehab?
after tax. When I hear the worst part, there's no tax in Saudi
There's
Arabia.
no tax.
There's no tax in Saudi
Oh,
Arabia.
sorry, no tax. Sorry, yeah.
Tax free. Yeah.
Every single one of that is going straight to his pocket.
Bro, and how
If I'm in
like
his place, if
how
I'm in
would he
his
be
place and I
satisfied
get my
after that?
move to Real Madrid, why wouldn't I just go like chill in Saudi for a year? That's mad.
Yeah, but do you understand how big for his boots he would be later on, and when he goes to Madrid? Because like, bro, this guy's you're gonna be playing with a billionaire. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I think Mbappe might be the worst thing that ever happened in football.
I
Very
just
honest
think.
with you.
Can you imagine if he goes?
Wait,
to Saudi-
sorry, Andrew. Wait. Did you just say worst thing to ever happen to football? You have to elaborate on that.
I really think Mbappe, with the way he's moving right now, he might be the worst thing that ever happened in football.
Do you mean in terms of how much he's going to get paid and other players are going to?
Because he's going to get paid so much money. The amount of money the amount of money that's being thrown at him right now is so ridiculous, to the point that people are already not caring for football. They're caring for more money. Like we see people go into Saudi Arabia to secure their futures, and I get that. But bro, do you really imagine, like, if you're Mbappe's teammate, let's say he joins Real Madrid, no one's going to give a shit. I mean, sorry, he's not going to give a shit about no one. This guy is going to be like, he's already set for life. Do you understand how much that would change him? Like, he grew up wanting to play for Madrid. I'm pretty sure his dreams all along was to win Champions Leagues and wear that number 7 or number 9 jersey in Madrid, whatever he was. And then, like, look at him now. Since he got that 300 million contract from PSG, I think everything's changed. I think that changed so much in the footballing world. And there's going to be one more big move that's going to change everything, and it's going to be him to Saudi or him to Madrid.
Can you imagine Staffy? If he goes for the year, and he goes to negotiate Madrid, and he asks for a signing on fee.
Bro, he's going to be getting so much less money anyways. Yeah. Like, how do you satisfy that?
Exactly.
It's like Andrew. It's like, I slept with a model for once, like Miss whatever, and then every girl after that is gonna look hideous to me because I slept with a model. Like, he's gonna go to Madrid and he's gonna get paid regular salaries, and he's gonna be like, this is shit. I don't want to get paid that.
It's like sleeping with Beyonce and then going, I'm going to be celibate for the rest of my life. Really, there's no point now. Do you know what I mean?
You'll never be satisfied again because
you're not Beyonce. You're not Beyonce.
But the thing is, he would have hit the pinnacle financially, but it doesn't mean that he's bought trophies, because he's still going to have to win them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, but do you think he cares, bro? Because he made it clear before, Don.
I think what you're saying is right. I think Mbappe does care about money, but you can't say that Mbappe doesn't care for his career and wanting to win things. I think he does have ambition. Yeah, but the thing right now is Madrid need to obviously pay up. If they want him now, they're gonna have to pay up. But from the sounds of things, that sounds like it's not gonna happen at this stage, right? And he's gonna walk away on a free, because the amount of money that Saudi are offering right now, how much are they offering for him? Is it over 200 million they're trying to buy him for?
They should just accept that, like, they should have just accepted the 200 million a summer ago and just kept it stepping, man. Like, they have made it obvious. They got like the French president involved. Like, it's just insane. Like, Macron left the country's politics and was calling Mbappe.
The amount of money. The amount of money they're offering Mbappe right now is just, like you've said, unheard of. You've got NBA players that are coming out and talking about it. Do you get it? So I don't think him taking it means that's it. He doesn't care for his career. I think he can still bounce back and go Madrid. And
by the way, he should take it. He should take it.
Do you get it? Like,
I agree.
He should go.
If you're gonna end up with Madrid in the summer,
yeah.
If you should end up with Madrid this summer, why not just take the money? Go play in Saudi. It's like a vacation for you.
Yeah. Gap year.
Mbappe would destroy the Saudi league. What are we doing with this? Like,
gap year.
And listen, and think of that story as well. Like, if he actually does go into Madrid and ends up doing a madness. Oh, remember that year that Mbappe went to Saudi? Oh yeah. And then he still carried on.
And by the way, everyone's a winner. Everyone's a winner because PSG don't sell to Madrid directly, which is what they want. And Mbappe gets to move to Madrid eventually. Saudi league gets the the promotion they want for their league, and Real Madrid get Kylian Mbappe. Everyone's a winner.
Do you know what? If he takes that deal, I would love him to be pictured going into the Saudi version of a pound shop. You know what I mean? Just like going in there, just like all his goods only like less than £10. This guy earned more, 100 times more being in that shop for 10 minutes. just
Staffy, sometimes there's a certain number in life, right? And this certain number has been given to Mbappe.
Oh,
so
that's what I'm saying. I'm not blaming him
he's
on the
gotta
business
take that.
side. I'm talking. This is all me talking the football side. You know, if it was me, Staffy would have been gone. You know, Staffy would have been in Saudi Arabia right now. I'll be on a camel right now.
Yeah.
You know, that's
he's
what
being
I would
paid.
do.
He's being paid roughly, or he could be paid roughly a sixth of what Manchester United, the Glazers want for Manchester United. One player could be paid a sixth of an entire football club.
Hey, that's
It's
better for us. That means the Glazers gonna bump up the price.
That's
a good
fine.
one, you know.
That's fine. But anyone saying,
Sahara.
anyone
By
saying
the
he
way,
shouldn't take,
Staffy, it looks like Qatar are moving on from Man United. Hey.
but
Hey,
anyone
get ready
saying
for that roast. You see what Don just did to Brighton. I'm gonna do to Man United. Oh, you have no idea what's gonna
Bro, have
happen.
some shame. Your team just drew 4-4
I don't have this.
today against
You want
Harry
the
Potter
Don who's top
FC.
6 to have shame.
Against Harry Potter FC, and you want to come to me and talk about, you know,
How are you
roasting me?
respecting Firth like that? Respect Firth.
Wallahi,
That's
I've
it.
never heard of that team until today. I kept
I've
clicking
never
on
heard
their
of them.
name to see where they play, and it kept sending me back to the game. Like they didn't show me their league or anything.
You know where I got their crest for the watch along? I went to Wikipedia.
I thought it was an Irish team.
So
I didn't know. Apparently,
It's an Irish team.
they're second league in Germany.
But the Mbappe thing is just to put a bar on that. It's like I don't think any fan should have a go. Remember, we have to always remember this is a job to these people. Do you know what I mean? It's a job, right? No matter kissing the badge, all that shit, because that doesn't matter. Because Lukaku's kissed every
the
badge.
boy that had the dream.
Yeah, and Lukaku's kissed every badge he's ever
His
had.
dream turned out to be Man United all this time.
But the
Bro,
thing, but
Lukaku, since you got on that, Andrew, there's no one in world football that pisses me off more than Lukaku.
This
guy,
he
said, Hossein, when you
Nothing.
call me a drama queen, I don't know then what is Lukaku? When this guy comes out and he puts these stories about like don't trust no one or whatever the fuck he was saying, bro, this is not the Kardashians, bro. It's not the Kardashians. You snaked every club you played for. Shut the fuck up and have some, bro. Have some.
You know what they
shame,
should do?
bro.
The next club he joins, I want them to stitch the club badge to his butt so he can kiss his own ass when he scores. Because that's what he'd want to do. That's what he should do, yeah. But
if Lukaku moves to Juventus, he's just done the all-round snake. Like he's just gone full
that's
throttle
amazing.
snake.
Unbelievable if he does.
Main character syndrome. He's got a dangerous one.
He's like, you know what he is? He's like a character in a sitcom that they tried to spin off and it failed. That's what he's like. Yeah. He's Joey. He's Joey from Friends. He's Joey from Friends. That's what it is when they tried to do a Joey spin-off. It failed. Loser.
Anyway, on that note, Friends is the most overrated show of all time. Big up everyone who.
No, it's not. No,
it's so. I'm telling you right now, if you're watching Friends, all I ask of you is to just speak to a video editor, let him edit out all the fake ha in the background that they used to use in the 90s. You wouldn't even smile watching that shit. It's so jarring.
دمك تقيل. Do you know what that like? That's
no.
دمك تقيل.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of these shows, like fucking The Big Bang Theory, Friends, all of that, it's so
Big Bang
overrated.
Theory is shit, but Friends isn't.
I promise you, if you remove all the fake
Friends is not funny, man. It's not funny.
Thank you. On your head, top Staffy, 3-1, democracy wins. Big up to everyone who's tuned in for yet another unbelievable.
I swear, last time Ozzy and Mu'min Mo agreed with me, and you still wouldn't say anything about them.
Okay, but let me ask you a question, Staffy, that's gonna indicate that I'm right. Do you want your sense of humor to be associated with Mo's sense of humor?
I mean, I think Mo is a pretty funny person. I think I'm funnier.
Do you want
I don't speak about Ozzy, bro. Stop mentioning that name to me. Listen, you know how Inter is done with Lukaku? I'm done with Ozzy. Don't bring up that name to me.
Wow.
I know he's watching. Stop bringing that name to me.
Okay,
this guy
so that tells you all you need to know. You just called yourself funnier than Mo, and you don't want to be associated with Staffy. They both like Friends. Do you have that?
I don't want to be
with
associated with Staffy. I am Staffy, so I have to associate with you. Listen, Don, you sit there and you argue with your seagulls all you want. You know, like I don't care about your opinion about Friends.
The first thing I said when I joined the stream, I said I've got some smoke for Brighton, so I got it off my chest. Do you know what I'm saying? I've got it off my chest now. That's it. So
You know, just as we read the super chat and address it, let me just set up a quick poll before we wrap up. Is Friends, or actually, opinion on Friends, right? Opinion on Friends. You've got two options, okay? Option A is overrated. Option B is it's funny. That's all I want. So no life stories, nothing. Vote. Let's see. Because it can't be just me who thinks Friends is overrated.
Who knew that? Who knew that the
second
most heated topic, the second most heated topic on the stream would be whether Friends is overrated after the Brighton.
Is this true, by the way? This whole Mbappe thing is because of there's the lack of superstars. Is that a fair point?
But there was reports though he fell out with Neymar and he didn't really get on with Messi. So what is it? Do you know what I mean? It's everyone forgets Neymar's still at that club, by the way. Everyone forgets about that. Yes, Neymar's still there.
Listen, I'm ready to free Neymar, bro. I'm ready to free Neymar. Neymar, anytime you want to come to Man United, don't listen about the top reds.
Mbappe's behaviour, though. I don't blame Mbappe. Blame PSG. It's all PSG's fault. They enabled this guy.
Now, PSG have created a horrible culture.
They created a monster. They created a monster, and you allowed that to happen. And by the way, shame on you for only doing a 2-year deal. You should have tied him down for 4. If you really was 3,
no?
Stupid, honestly.
2
years.
2. It's 2, Staffy.
Oh, and Andrew's fed up.
Andrew's fed up. I like today Andrew's energy. He's taking everything personally, which I love. When Andrew's taking shit personally. Let me tell you the last time Andrew took shit personally on this channel. When Argentina could have possibly played Netherlands. That's when he took it personally. That's the last time he was real pissed. He was like, I watched Argentina against Netherlands, and I'm just like, nope. And Ganzo, look, just quickly, 10 seconds, I agree with you completely. There's a problem in superstars right now. That's why, no exaggeration, Salah could easily move for 150 million to the Saudi League, just because of the draw he'd get there as well, Middle East. So that's the thing. Anyway, big up to Ganzo. Big up to Fatur, big up to Alex, Dinishan, Forbes, Pirate, Felipe, Morshin, Gary, Joe, Murad for the super chats. Tomorrow we've got a double header, probably a Liverpool-related stream, inshallah, at 6-ish, 6:30-ish. And then we've got, of course, the bomb that we've warned you all about. Igal, Hamza, Staffy, Lewis, 10 p.m. UK time. Wow. It's going to be absolutely mental. Grab your popcorn, get your shit ready, because it's about to go down. So everyone watching us right now, slap the like button, subscribe. Staffy, where can people find you, my brother?
Eldon Staffy on all my socials and Staffy TV. It's right there, the handle on YouTube.
Okay, big up to you, Staffy, my guy. Andrew, where can people find you?
So you can find me mostly on Twitter at the Winter Surfer. You can also find me on Kaji FC. We just went past 2K subs, so we're on the road now to 3K. You can find me there. It's mostly a Chelsea channel, but everyone is welcome. And we actually prefer if you disagree with us in the chat.
Even Brighton?
It's more joy. But even Brighton are allowed, it's all good. Obviously, if Don gets on that channel, we won't say Brighton because obviously it is a word that will infuriate him. So
it's a trigger word for him.
The trigger word for him. So we mentioned that. But more importantly, subscribe to everyone else, but subscribe to this channel and press the goddamn like button, you freeloaders. All right? Just do it right now, please. Subscribe.
Big up to you, Andrew, man. Yo, Alex is on to you in the comments.
Why is Alex so mean to Andrew?
Why is Alex so mad today?
No. See, that's the problem. It's all banter. It's like I call him.
I know.
He looks like
but Alex
Maguire.
is mad.
I call him the Russian Maguire. Do you know what I mean? He looks like Harry Maguire. So it's all good.
I mean, he does have a slat head, like.
Oh my God, that's a slat. Alex, I'm gonna use that against you next time. I promise you. Let you come speak in one of my spaces. I'm gonna call you out. It's crazy how there's 3 Dons in here. It's mad. You got L Don Staff. You got the Don Sam 6, and we've got Don. Fantastic debut, my brother. None of that Havertz crap. Great. Where can people find you?
Love it, bro, man. Thanks for having me on. That was therapy session for me, man. I had a lot to get off my chest. So, yeah, man, that was good. That felt good. But you can find me on Twitter at Greasy Don. So GreezyDon. So yeah, you can find me on there. But big up to you,
man. Big up. Great debut today. Great debut.
I appreciate it.
Just copy paste this and go follow him on Twitter. So make sure to go follow him. So just quickly, the results of the poll are, drum roll please, 65% say Friends is overrated. On your head top, Staffy. On your head top. Anyway,
listen, I don't care. I'm gonna still watch it. So thank you.
See you guys tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow.
Wait, play the Gal video before we go. Just one more time. One more time. Just one.
Rent free in Chelsea fans' heads.